The church can't do it alone. Why? We only have kids a few hours a week. You know who the number one spiritual influencer is in the life of a child? The number one spiritual influencer in the life of a child. It's not the pastor. It's not the children's pastor, as much as we would like to think we are. The number one spiritual influencer in the life of a child is mom and dad. They are the number one spiritual influencer. Number one, okay? You know who number two is? It's not the church. The number two spiritual influencer in the life of a child is grandma and grandpa. Grandma and grandpa, right? What is your church doing to equip grandma and grandpa to be spiritual leaders? Not primary, but spiritual leaders, because they have such influence. And by the way, if you really took a look at your church, you'd probably find that you got a good number of grandparents that are raising their grandkids, right? More and more grandparents are raising their grandkids. Go to Deuteronomy 6, Moses' dying words. Moses says, teach this to your children and to your children's children. I missed that children's children for years until about a year ago. I'm like, whoa, there's grandma and grandpa, right? Teach it to your children and to your children's children. Here's what we know from research, that discipleship happens best when the church, right here, the church and the home work together. The church can't do it alone. Why? We only have kids a few hours a week. The average child attends church 1.8 times a month. So, you look at your roll of kids and families in the church, they're not showing up every week. They're not even showing up every other week. On average, they're showing up 1.8 times a month. Now, how can the church by itself disciple a child when they see that child 1.8 times a month, right? But how much is this child here, right? And so mom and dad need the support of the church. The church, to fulfill its mission to evangelize and disciple. Discipleship happens best when these two institutions work together.